Lily sat by the window, holding her daughter Emma in her arms. It was a quiet night, and the stars sparkled softly outside. Her son John, now 10 years old, had gone to bed after reading his favorite comic. David, her husband of 5 years, was in the living room, but far away in his thoughts. It had been like this for months. Lily loved her family deeply. She had worked so hard to build a new life with David after her painful first marriage. John was just 5 when they met. David had been kind, patient, and slowly became a father figure to John. 2 years ago, their daughter Emma was born, and Lily felt like her family was finally complete. But something had changed. One quiet evening a year ago, David had opened up. "When I was 16, he said slowly, "I had a girlfriend. I loved her very much. We planned everything together. But then I had to leave the city for studies. She didn't wait for me. She moved on." It hurt a lot. Lily had nodded, holding his hand gently. She didn't feel jealous then. After all, everyone has a past. But something about the way he said it stayed in her mind. Later, David's mother also talked to Lily. "He was never the same after she left. I thought he would forget with time, but he never really did." Lily had forced a smile, but the words stung. She began wondering, does he still love her? Am I just someone who filled the empty space she left? One Saturday, the family decided to visit the city center. Emma giggled in her stroller, and John held Lily's hand, pointing at toys in shop windows. David walked beside them, quiet but calm. They stopped near a restaurant for dinner. Just then, David's expression changed. He turned pale and stopped walking. His eyes were fixed across the street, where a family sat enjoying dinner. Lily followed his gaze. A woman with a soft smile sat at the table, laughing with her husband and child. David couldn't take his eyes off her. He looked like he had seen a ghost. Lily's heart dropped. She understood. It was her, his ex-girlfriend. David slowly stepped away, still staring. Lily felt dizzy. A wave of doubt crashed over her. Was he remembering their love? Did he wish he was at that table with her? Was I ever truly in his heart? After a few minutes, she walked over to him. "David," she said gently, "do you know her?" He blinked, then looked away. "No, you're imagining things, Lily." She knew he was lying, but she didn't push further. Not there, not with the kids watching. That night, after the kids were asleep, Lily called David's mother. "I think he saw her today," Lily said. "He won't admit it, but I saw the look on his face." There was a pause. Then his mother sighed. "I'm sorry, Lily. I always hoped he would move on. But he never truly let go. He loved her deeply. Maybe too deeply. I don't know if he ever fully came back from that." Tears filled Lily's eyes. She hung up quietly and sat in the dark. David was still lost in thought, just like he had been for weeks. Rarely smiling, rarely present. That night, Lily couldn't sleep. She sat by the window again, staring into the stars, her mind spinning. Maybe I'm just being emotional. Maybe it's nothing. But then her heart whispered, "You deserve to be someone's first love, first thought, first choice." She remembered how David rarely looked at her like he used to. how he seemed miles away, even when sitting right next to her. She had fought hard for this family. She had opened her heart again, taken a chance on love after pain. But now she wondered, am I living in someone else's shadow? Can a marriage survive if love lives in the past? The next morning, she looked at David across the breakfast table. Emma babbled and threw bits of toast, and John talked about a school trip. But David was silent. "David," she said, softly but firmly, "we need to talk." He looked up. "I asked you before. Do you still love her?" His eyes flickered. "No, I told you." "You're not being honest," Lily interrupted. "You were staring at her. You looked like your heart had stopped. And ever since, you've been distant, silent. You're here, but you're not really here." He looked away. "It's not what you think." "Then what is it, David?" Her voice trembled. "Because I can't live like this. I can't raise kids in a home where love is divided." He stayed quiet. Lily felt her throat tighten. Tears burned behind her eyes. "I want to be someone's priority, not their second chance, not their backup plan." That night, Lily sat on the edge of the bed, watching David sleep. She thought about John, about Emma, about all the laughter and small joys they had built together. She didn't want to break the family, but she also didn't want to live with someone who still dreamed of someone else. She asked herself, can I stay and hope he'll change? Or should I walk away and save what's left of my own heart? The answer came in a whisper. You can't heal while standing in someone else's shadow. The next morning, Lily packed a small bag for herself and the kids. David watched silently. I'm leaving, Lily said calmly. He looked up, shocked. Why? We can fix this. No, David, I've tried. You've been elsewhere, in your mind, in your heart, for too long. I can't raise my kids like this. I can't raise them to believe love means waiting behind someone else. Lily, it's not what you think. It is exactly what I think, she said gently. You never stopped loving her. And maybe you never will. I can't keep pretending that's okay. He didn't argue. She kissed him on the forehead, tears rolling down her cheeks. You were good to us, David. But I need more than good. I need real. I need to be seen, to be loved fully. Lily moved into a small apartment with the kids. It wasn't easy. John was quiet at first, and Emma cried for her father at night. But slowly, things got better. John said one day, I miss David, but I'm glad you're not sad anymore, Mom. Lily hugged him tightly. She got a new job at a library, made friends at the park, and started writing in a journal again. Each day brought a little more peace. She still thought about David. She even missed him sometimes, but she didn't miss the feeling of being unseen. Months passed. One evening, Lily sat with John and Emma on a picnic blanket under a tree. Emma giggled as butterflies flew past, and John read a book aloud. Lily smiled. She had walked away from a man she once loved, but she walked toward herself. She had chosen peace over confusion, honesty over silence, and self-respect over waiting. And in that choice, she found strength. Not every story ends in forever, but every heart deserves to be first in someone's life. Not a memory, not a backup, but a love that looks at you and says, you Only you.